Today we are going to discuss about cloud security models, which includes infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, function as a service, container as a service, and security as a service. Let's talk about infrastructure as a service. Traditionally, you have a particular place where you will have everything built physically: the firewall, the router, the servers, and whatever is needed for the business. It is built physically. The disadvantage here is that it is very costly to maintain and manage, and as days goes by there is an upgrade of the product where you have to upgrade every time. The cloud service providers are providing a platform where you can build the same infrastructure in the cloud environment and pay for it. The cloud service providers will provide the basic functions like storage, networking, and all those components. You have to build it from the components available from the cloud service provider. The second one is platform as a service, where you have the platform, everything is ready, including the operating system. Just you can deploy, create an application, and deploy an application and use it. So this is platform as a service. Now software as a service, so it is, you don't need to build anything or deploy anything, just purchase the software on demand and then use it. This is software as a service. Now comes the function as a service. So function as a service, for example, if you have one code and you have to run that, in order to run that you may need some RAM, you may need certain computational power. Basically what it requires some operating system. But when you go for this function as a service, you don't need any operating system. You just run it and automatically it will allocate some space. It will allocate the memory which is needed. It will automatically allocate the computational power it is required. So only the function will run, and based on the consumption of the computational power and memory, the billing will be performed. This is how the function as a service works, and a very good example is AWS Lambda. Now let's talk about container as a service. Before going into container as a service, let me give you what is container. Container is a place where you can run a program and you don't need an operating system or complete OS environment to run it. It just needs the required library. Whatever is needed for that particular application, it is all contained within that container. For example, let's consider there is a banking application. In that banking application, you need Python script, Perl script, and a Ruby script within it, and there might be some services like HTTP services or some printing services is required. So this container will contain only these services packed and then contained within this container. The cloud service provider is providing a facility to use this containerized environment so that you can use only the specific application through this container technology. Finally, the security as a service. Now the cloud platform has increased and cloud users has increased. Everything is in cloud, especially email security, network security, endpoint security. So in order to provide some security from the threats and the malware, some services are deployed in the cloud to protect these assets, and this is called as the security as a service.